Okay, this next one's a local song.
The local people.
With a local connection. Has anyone been to Yarmouth?
Yes.
It's a song about a lady from Yarmouth.
No maids though.
Alright then.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Pretty Nancy of the Yarmouth, she's my own heart's delight, and a long and kind letter runs to her a deed of rights, for to inform her what we had to undergo for sailing on the ocean with the stormy winds below. It was the 18th of October, our bark had set sail. Pretty Nancy came down for to bid me farewell. She said, while you're sailing on the wild ocean blue, she said, my young sailor, I'll be faithful to you. Long years then did pass, when back I did return. Pretty Nancy was married and had a home of her own, while I was a-sailing on the wild open sea. Pretty Nancy proved faithless and false unto me. So come all you young sailors and take a warning by me, and never leave the lass you love and plough the salt sea. For while you are sailing on the wild wastes of blue, she'll prove faithless like a Nancy of a Yarmouth to you. Thank you very much. For to see that summer bedlam, 10,000 miles I travel, that maudlin goes on dirty toes, for to save her shoes from gravel. And still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. I went down to Satan's kitchen to find me food one morning, and there I got souls piping hot, while on the spit I turning. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. There I picked up a cold run, where boiled 10,000 harlots, full of flame, oh I drank the same, to the health of all such a varlets. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. Me staffers murder giants and me back a long knife carries, to cut mince pies from children's thighs with which to feed the fairies. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. No! Now the spirits, white as lightning, what on me travels guide me. The moon would shake and the stars would quake whenever they espied me. And still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. And when that I have murdered the man in the moon to a powder. His staff will break and his dog I'll shake and they'll howl, no demon allowed. Oh, still I sing, bonny boys, bonny bad boys, bedlam boys are bonny. For they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. So drink to Tom a bedlam, he'll fill the seas in barrels. Though full of gall, oh, I'll drink it all. With Maudlin I will travel. And still I sing, bonny boys, bonny bad boys, bedlam boys are bonny. For they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. And still I sing, bonny boys, bonny bad boys, bedlam boys are bonny. For they all go bare and they live on the air and they want no drink, no money. Thank you very much. Now my friends, they said, well, she's not for you. For what will the old people think? But I took my chance and I won me that girl just as quick as an eye could wink. And the finest day in all of my life, whatever may come to us, was the day that I went up to Bacon Fair and I won me that carnival lass. So swing around the old merry-go-round and give the wheel of fortune a whirl. For the finest prize at Bacon Fair was that pretty young carnival girl. So swing around the old merry-go-round and give the wheel of fortune a whirl. For the finest prize at Bacon Fair was that pretty young carnival girl. Thank you very much.
All you folk who work the river to earn your daily bread, all you watermen and wherry rats who tarry in your beds, rise up, the dawn is breaking, and along the riverside, it's time to go to work, lads, with the turning of the tide. At the turning of the tide, with the turning of the tide, it's time to go to work, lads, at the turning of the tide. Come gather all your wherrymen, your barrels and your crates, your stacks and sacks and hogsheads, all your river freight. Before the hour is up, we'll see black sails against the sky. It's time to go to work, lads, at the turning of the tide. At the turning of the tide, with the turning of the tide, it's time to go to work, lads, at the turning of the tide.
What did you say?
Well, careful, Dad, you're going to hit the key.
No, you come back here.
What, do you need me to bring her in for you, do
No,
you?
you do just what you're told, young lady.
Yeah, or I won't.
Lower away, Bert.
Careful,
Oh,
love.
how many times have I told that girl?
I'm not doing it, Ma.
I'm not saying you should, but you know you are.
But I'm a wherryman, I'm staying here.
Well, you should talk to him, not yell and run off.
Well, then he needs to talk to Mrs. Hardiman and tell her no. No way am I working for her as a maid.
She'll be relieved.
Oh, shut up.
Imagine you serving some posh dinner, you'd spill it all over her fancy friends.
Shut up.
Hey, Vic, are you coming down to Bob's Yard? Have a look at that new river cruiser?
Oh, yeah, I hear that's got to be the most amazing boat. He's putting a 10-foot bowsprit on her. 10 foot?
800 square foot of sail.
Victoria,
I'm busy, Dad.
this is important. You need a decent position.
I'm a wherryman.
Oh, what man's going to marry a woman off a wherry?
What, Finn will marry me, won't you, Finn?
What?
What? Oh, yeah.
What,
Yeah,
marry
Finn
him?
will marry me. Come on, Finn.
Oh, Clarence Harbour, love, 10 o'clock.
What, marry that navvies boy?
Oh, she's just riling you.
Yeah, but Finn McLeod?
They're just friends, don't be ridiculous.
Friends, pull the other one.
Be quiet, Bert.
I just want to see her settled, a decent position, a man with prospects. No man's going to want to marry a wherryman's daughter.
Excuse me.
I should never have raised her on this wherry.
Dad?
What?
I was raised on this wherry.
Oh, right, yeah, of course, but you were raised proper by your ma.
So I've raised her badly, have I?
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Dad, at least Navy knows when to stop digging when he's in a hole.
So when you married me, a wherryman's daughter, you were settling for second
Oh,
best,
no,
were
I didn't
you?
mean that.
I'm not a decent enough woman.
No!
You mean yes, Dad?
Oh, yes! No! What? Oh.
Whatever possessed you to get Victoria a job as a lady's maid?
Well, I don't know. I just bumped into that Mrs. Hardiman. She mentioned that her maid had left to get married, so I thought I'd grab the opportunity for our Victoria.
And she said yes?
Yeah.
But she knows Victoria.
Well, yeah. Actually, she suggested I ran it past you first.
Yeah, I imagine she did.
What? Oh.
Right, come on, we got to get down to the Clarence. Albert,
Coming, Mark.
Looking set fair for the next few days. Good long and eight.
you reckon?
I do.
And where are you off to?
I'm going to see a man about the dock. No, don't worry. I'll be back before tide turn. And you keep an eye on your ma, you hear?
Tighter, are we? Hey, Bob.
All right, all right.
Hey, I need new pins and new sheaves for the main block.
Ooh, best buy new block altogether, young Victoria. What's your dad say?
No, thanks, Bob. I'll fix it myself. I just need the pin and sheaves. 6-inch pin, bronze, and chamfered sheaves. Hardwood. Got any Irico ones?
Erico, is it? Happen I may. Got a brand new mild steel main block here, only 5 shillings.
5 shillings for mild steel? You must think I were born yesterday. Just the pins and sheaves, thanks. And there's a bob for the lot. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, what?
Old Barnes say he's got some spare bits I could have if you don't want my coin.
All right, blast. Take after your old dad, you do.
You know.
All right, there's the
I mean, what was he thinking? A lady's maid?
I know. Imagine you as a lady's maid.
What's funny about that?
Well, you are.
What?
Well, look, you aren't exactly a lady now, are you?
I could be if I wanted to, but I don't, all right?
Yeah, all right.
I'm a wherryman.
Yeah, of course, Albert will get the wherry, though, won't he?
What do you mean?
Well, when your parents
Oh,
retire.
but Albert doesn't know a sheet from a halyard.
Ah, but he's the man, isn't he? Yeah. Besides, you couldn't skip her a wherry.
I
could you?
can.
I suppose you could always be Albert's maid.
Albert's mate.
Look. At least your folks are looking out for you. Yeah? At least they got something to leave you.
Yeah, I suppose. Hey, what about? You and me.
What?
Well, you could be my mate.
What? You and me?
Yeah. I mean, we could sail a wherry.
Oh, a wherry. Yeah, right, of course.
Well, yeah, of course a wherry. What do you think I meant?
Oh, nothing.
I mean, you're a good sailor and you're learning fast. And then you'd be a man of prospects and you could marry a lady's maid.
Yeah.
Jericho, main block sheaves, 1 6-inch bronze pin. Cash or account?
Oh, let's have a look first.
Here it go, eh? Should make you keep them well greased, eh, Bob? Drop of salt water on here it go. Seize up as tight as a virgin's.
All right!
You know, Finn, when Lord Nelson took over the HMS Agamemnon, he replaced every sheave in the running rigging with Irico once. He said to Admiral Hotham, "Irico sheaves, my man, best hardwood in the world. Sail them twice round the world and they'll still be good for a pop at the French." He saved his grease for Lady Hamilton. Help, please, Bob.
Oh, that right, Stan?
Oh, I noticed the main block needed looking at, so I was...
Oh, I was just here myself to sort that out.
Oh, I can let you do it.
Oh,
if you
no,
want.
no, that's all right. That's a fair price, and Bob's stuff is good. On account, please, Bob.
Will do, Stan.
So, shall we head back and get these fitted then, Dad?
And you're meant to be meeting your man and the Clarence.
Oh, but
She
Dad,
want you to learn the business side.
I just want to sail.
You need to know the whole of it, not just sailing.
Won't be much use to a lady's maid.
Enough of that cheek. Now get you gone. Your ma will be waiting for you.
All right, Dad.
Vic, when you get back, we'll fix the main block, eh?
Thanks, Dad.
You reckon there'll be much work on, Ma?
With the weather fair, there'll be plenty want moving.
Dar wants a long haul, eh?
Yeah, for once I think he's right. Ah, Mrs. Hardiman.
Oh, Mrs. Stannard. Jenny, do you think I might have a word? Stan had a chat with me the other day.
And I had a chat with him today. Don't worry, you're off the hook.
Oh, so Victoria's changed her mind then?
Oh, Vic didn't know anything about it.
Oh, well, I did wonder.
Stan just got a daft idea in his head.
Well, I don't really think your Victoria's cut out for service work. I'm sure she'd do her very best, but she's a little...
spirited?
Yes, let's say that. Well, I'll leave you to it then, Jenny.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Jenny.
Oh.
Where's Stan then? Drinking with the competition?
Well, you know, Stan, never miss the opportunity for a pint. I got a better head for business than him anyways.
You're not wrong there, gal. I'll get these work offers going in a minute, but... I see the railway men are into it again.
God, do you think it'll affect trade?
I don't see how it can't. Not if they're going to run a railway all the way to Yarmouth. Anyway, let's get on.
Hello, Jenny Bell.
That's me, Jack. You know I'm Jenny Stan. I've been married these 20 years.
Oh, you'll always be Jenny Bell to me, girl. Knew your father best part 50 years. The finest wherryman who ever pushed a quad, old Tom Bell.
Well, that's me and Stan run the Perseverance now, as well you know. Anyway, let us through. We got work to bid for.
Right you are, girl. Right you are.
Oh, there you are, girl. Always turning up at the last minute.
Oh, I'm here now, aren't I?
Well, pay attention. There's going to be a lot going on.
All right, let's get these work offers going. Now, we've got a full load of hops to read them on the first tide. Thank you, John Noakes. We've got cloth to Yarmouth, 120 rolls, needs dry hold. Yes, thank you, Jenny. We've got barrels to Bremerton, Surlingham, Loddon, Chedgrave. That's a full load. Thank you, Bill Thornycroft. Big load of coke to Yarmouth Port from New Mills, already waiting. Thank you, Jenny. And we've got cut timber from New Mills to St Olave's and Borough Castle. Thank you, Matty Groves. And finally, general goods from Paul's Ferry to Alton Lowestoft. Yes, thank you, Seth Gathercole. Don't you worry, old Jack, I've got something put by for you.
Excellent.
Right, come you on, Victoria.
When are we going to get a load?
We got one, stupid. One down to Yarmouth and one back again, eh, Mum?
Right enough, Bert.
You don't follow business, do you, Vic? Anyway, let's get going. Where's Pa got to?
Well, now who's the stupid one? We can't go till the tide turn.
Well, when's that then?
Oh, not till noon. We only get as far as Reading today, that's for sure.
We won't make it to Yarmouth till late tomorrow, even though the wind's fair. But we'll be set perfect to leave Yarmouth first thing Friday morning, won't we, Mel?
Right enough, Vic.
Don't know much about sailing, do you? Shut up.
Right, you got something then, Jenny?
Well, yeah. God blast you, stink of beer.
Well, I've been down the pub, haven't I?
Oh, well, while you was boozing away our profits, we've got cloth up to Yarmouth, quick turnaround and coal back. Holds dry and clean anyway.
Oh, that's a good one.
Back Friday, you reckon?
Reckon so. Nice work, Gal.
Well, at least one of us is getting some work in anyway.
Right enough.
Friday? That's pushing it.
Oh, your ma, no, Gal. She's been a wherryman all her life.
Raised on this wherry I was, when your father was just the apprentice. Should have rightfully been skipper myself.
Oh, you are an old bit now. Anyway, I've been aboard 3 years before we were married.
Not that you did any work, mind.
Oh, blast me, Gal. I was working 18-hour days back then. Your old man was a right old slave driver. Reckon that's why I understand you so well.
Oh, hush your mouth, Toby Stannard.
She's the best mate any skipper could have wanted.
Yeah, right there.
Anyway, big raise the sail.
Right.
Albert on the stern line. Let go aft. Up with the sunrise, rake over the coals. Fill up the kettle and onto the stove. First brew of the day now to banish the cold. A wherryman's wife starts her day, and it's always been this way. While the old man's up top with his eye on the tide, I'll empty the chamber pot over the side. Winch up the sail as the herring girls cry, and we'll get the old girl underway. And it's always been this way. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. Yesterday's cargo unloaded and sold. Now 28 tons of good Newcastle coal are loaded on board and down in the hold. She's low in the water today, and it's always been this way. Gunnels awash, we head off from the quay. There's a line to be spliced and a baby to feed. The old man wants his baccy, now where can that be? And we're heading for Bramerton Stay. And it's always been this way. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. With the wind in the south and the tide underneath, we're making good time until Surlingham reach. It's out with the quant now, the wind's in our teeth. A wherryman's wife is his mate, and it's always been this way. Bramerton stayed at the turn of the tide. Out with the mooring lines, come alongside. Drop the black sail, we're here for the night. We're up with the first light of day, and it's always been this way. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. Rig up the chimney and light up the stove. A big pan of bacon and spuds on the go. Baby's awake now, well, wouldn't you know? Today was a very good day. But I can't say it's always this way. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. This is the life, this is the life, this is the life of a wherryman's wife. 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 This is the life. This is the life. Right, another job done, and here's where we get paid.
Oh, there you are, Jenny. You got completion?
Right here.
Oh, righto. Cash your account.
Cash, please, Maggie.
Well, right you are. 4 shillings to young Albert of the Perseverance. And don't spend it all on the ladies.
Chance to be a fine thing. 4 shillings.
Not bad for a few days, eh?
400 weight of timber from my yard up to Loddon. What's the rate, Mrs. Hardiman? Oh, standard rate supply, they Violet. No bonuses. Ah, Jenny.
Oh.
How are you and the family?
Oh, very well, Millicent. And yourself?
Oh, busy, Jenny. Very, very busy. Lots of opportunities available for the keen-eyed businesswoman. See that chap?
The top hat?
Railwayman. That's the future, Jenny. Mark my words. So, how about the timber up to Loddon?
Well, Jack's after a longer trip this time. As the weather's fair.
Oh, John Barnes has bricks. Burnley to Yarmouth Port. Fine bonus for the tide, I think.
What's the offer there, Maggie?
6 shilling the ton, and a crown if you can make Sunday's tide.
You'll be pushing the tide there, girl.
Oh, thank you, Jack. I'll check with Stan, shall I? I'm your wherry, Maggie. We'll take the timber up to Loddon and then back to Braden for the bricks.
There's talk of weather, a nasty nor'easter coming in.
Yes, thank you both. I'm sure to tell Stan your thoughts.
Well, Jack said the tide's foul. That'd mean a load of quanting.
You're just shy of hard work.
And you're just stupid.
Well, I would be stupid if I was quanting on Braden, wouldn't I? That's 2 fathom deep in the channel. That'll be hard tacking up there, boy.
Well, that's quite enough, you two. Thank you, Maggie. Yes, I need 4 strong lads for a week's work of track laying. 2 shillings a day, all found. Come along, Albert. Come on.
That's 2 shillings a day.
Hello, Maggie.
Hello, Stan. You got work on?
Oh, plenty of time for a pint before the tide turn.
Bless me, Stan. You drink too much, boy.
Oh, well, that's thirsty work. Looking after a wherry and a family.
Your Vic's certainly a handful.
Oh, ain't she just, but what a gal.
She's a character, I will say that.
We see them railwaymen are in town.
I was saying to Jenny,
Do you think they're going to drive a track clear up to Yarmouth?
that's the word.
How long do you reckon it'd take an engine to get from Norwich to Yarmouth?
Bless, I don't know, Stan, half a day.
More like a couple of hours, I reckon. Takes a wherry a full day, and that's if the tide and the wind are right. If they ain't, well, it's a damn sight longer. Then there's the foul weather.
Yeah, that's a worry. Do you think they're going to take over moving all the freight?
I do, Maggie. Eventually I do.
But, I mean, you'll still need a wherry to get to all the little towns. They ain't going to run a track to Walsham or Aylsham.
They might. They might just do that, Maggie.
Well, that's a way off anyway.
I'm just thinking of Bert and Vic. That's their future. Look, imagine if Vic couldn't sail. She'd fair go crazy.
Well, there's work on now, so best you get to it, Toby Stannard.
Best I had, I reckon, as well. Got a whole load for Loddon, then up to Braden.
Take care, Stan.
I always do, Maggie. I always do.
Hey, I'm always in that tough luck. Vic,
Hey.
tell us a story.
Do what?
A story.
A story?
Yeah.
All right. What do you want? Do you want a ghost story?
No.
No. Right. What about sea monster story? Smuggler story? Yeah, right enough. So, it was a dark and stormy night. No moon when them smugglers set out on that little wherry. No more than 30 foot she was. Bins all awash and laden with barrels and hogsheads of contraband.
What's contraband? Is bad stuff like hard liquor and cigars.
Ah, 'cause they're bad men, them smugglers. They slit your throat as soon as look at you, they would.
Cool.
Nah.
Isn't they around no more?
Well, you'll never see 'em. But sometimes in the dark, you know, you might just spy a shadow and then... So, them smugglers set off, but what they didn't know was the excise men had seen 'em loading up on Horsey Stave and they was following 'em on horseback.
They're gonna get caught. If and they do, they'll get hung.
Wait for the rest of the story.
Yeah, shut up. Let's tell it.
Shut up. So, them smugglers, they sail through the night and the excise men are following them on horseback, but they can't always see them because the bridle path, that don't always run alongside the river. But they know where them smugglers is going, of course they do. Norwich Town.
I ain't never been there. They say the streets is paved with gold.
Right enough. So, them smugglers, they get across Braden, they get down here to Burney Arms and they're just heading up towards Raydham. But that's where them excise men try to stop them on that old bridge. But the smugglers, quick as a wink, they drop the mast and they just quant straight through. But now they know the chase is on.
What's gonna happen? She's telling him, she.
Well, they don't bother putting the mast back up. They got 4 knots of tide under them now. So they just drift along to Hardley Cross, bear off onto the River Chet. Then guess what they do?
What?
Well, round the first bend of that old River Chet, there's a pool. About 10 yards long, 5 wides and a fathom deep. So, they squeeze that little wherry into that pool and then...
Victoria, come on, we need all hands for loading.
Oh, that's me, Dad, I gotta go.
What happened? What?
Victoria!
Well, they sunk her. They pulled out the bungs and they sunk her right there so you couldn't see a hair of her. Then they struck out on foot towards Loddon, waited a week, came back, raised her, sailed her down to Norwich Town, cool as you like, and sold the lot for gold. Gotta go.
Cool. I like it, Al. Sink away. The cigars will get soggy.
Where you been, gal? There's work to be done here.
I was just chatting with the locals. Bless me, Dash, she's low.
Careful not to overload us, Stan. We want plenty of freeboard of this blow coming in.
The more we get over to Yarmouth before the tide turns, the more we get paid, Ma. That's the point.
Boy's not wrong, Jenny, love.
Oh, just you mind that sky, Toby Stannard.
Look, love, I just want to show the boy that the wherry still pays. You told me how keen he seemed on that railway job.
I reckon that's all she can take, Dad.
Well, we can get more than that.
All right, go on then. One more layer up to the forehead.
Dan, are you sure, Dad?
Come on, Vic, lend a hand.
Well, we'd better go now if we're going to beat this storm.
All right, come on then, Bert. That's enough. Stand by the lines.
Right,
Vic, main halyard. That second reef in.
2 reefs, Dad.
Right. Let go the bow. On the main sheet. And Lego aft. Right. We'll hold on this tack for a while and then bear away. It's going to be a wet one. Come on, boy. Get back in the cockpit. Right, she's going to be hard to hold out on open water. Hold fast. Ready for the first tack?
Ready, Dad?
Aye, ready.
Ready away! Lee ho!
Helm to lee.
Steady as she goes. Right, ease the main there, Vic. Tide's heading fast. I can see the mud. We're going to have to tack again.
Dad, one of the reefs has come loose.
Well, up you go then. Steady now.
Right, on the mate.
Right. I'll have to go about. You try and catch it when we're heading. I'll hold it for as long as I can.
Right, Dad.
Right. Ready about.
Nearly. Nearly.
Going.
Nearly.
Helm's a lee.
Nearly.
Right. Jenny, you take the tiller. Bert, you help your ma and don't let go that shit. You go head to wind as soon as I'm at the masthead. All right, I'll grab the selvage and you tie her in. Ready?
Right, Dad.
Right, Jenny, head to wind. Hold her, Jenny, hold her.
I can't hold us down.
All right, I'm coming, Jenny, I'm coming.
Stand! But on the main sheet, Vic, ready to tack. Can't see the shore.
Well, that must be close, Ma.
Where's that?
Ready about. Vic, get the sail down before we lose the mast. We're hard aground and hold.
But where's that?
But get these bricks overboard. We've got to see to the damage before the tide comes in and drowns us all.
Abide with me, fast falls the evenside. The darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. Where the helpless fail and comforts me.
I'm so sorry to hear about your loss, Jenny. Stan was a good man. Do you know, I remember your father's funeral, old Tom Bell. Seems like only yesterday.
Stan was there that day. And he's been beside me ever since.
Your father trained him well, Jenny. He was a fine wherryman, one of the very, very best. The river was in his blood.
Millicent, what we're going to do now?
You have to carry on. That's all any of us can do.
But I just want to crawl into that cabin and never come out. But I can't, can I?
No. No, you can't. And that's the hurt of it. And the joy, too. At the end of the day, when all is lost, you have to look deep inside yourself and find something. Find something for you, and Albert, and Victoria.
Yeah. All you had to do was hold the tiller.
All you had to do was put the reef in properly.
It wasn't the reef made us jibe.
You shouldn't have been on the deck at all.
Well, that's because he couldn't trust you. You're weak and you're lazy and you don't know nothing about the wind.
You couldn't have held that tiller either.
That's not about strength. That's about feeling the wind. You might as well have stabbed him in the back.
It wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was. You overloaded her.
I was happy with the load.
You stupid
Hold you hard,
boy.
girl, hold you hard. No need for that.
Now's not the time of play. Think of your poor ma.
Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
What on earth's going on? Albert?
Oh, all done and dusted now. Just emotions running high. Albert, come over here. Come and have a nice cider. Come and calm yourself down. That's it. And sit down there. That's it.
It's been an emotional day, Jenny, and everybody deals with things in a different kind of way. There is something else, however. There's still money owed the society. Did Stan mention anything?
Yeah, I know. We'd hoped to pay most of it off with the bonus from that last job. But it's worse. We had to dump the cargo. 3 ton of brick, the whole lot. We couldn't refloat her otherwise.
I'd like to lend you the money.
No, Millicent.
No, just until you're back on the feet.
No. I've not asked you for money and I'm not starting now, no.
Then let me speak to the creditors. I could be your guarantor at the very least.
Thank you.
You'll have to pay it back in the end, though.
Yeah, we'll make it back. Me and Vic and Bert.
They say that Victoria's got Stan's sense of the river.
Yeah, it's like the tide's in her blood.
And Albert's?
He's so smart. He knows how to make a deal.
Then, well, between the 3 of you, you have nothing to worry about. All will come good in the end.
Yeah, it will. Yes. Thank you, Millicent, thank you.
What'll come good? Oh, I shall make my excuses then, Mrs. Stannard. Albert, look after your ma.
I will.
Goodbye, Millicent, and thank you.
I'm sorry, Ma.
I know.
I have to go.
I know.
I can't stay on the wherry without him. Every time I go across the deck, I remember everything.
I know, love.
How can you stay there?
I was born on that wherry, love. Every plank of timber, every stitch on that sheet were my mum and dad. I lost mum and then dad, and I thought I couldn't go on. Then was your dad. And me and him and the wherry became us. And it's you and Victoria. The tide is just like life. It just goes on. Changes but stays the same.
I can't stay, Ma.
I know, love. The wherry will always be your home when you need it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't be. Darling, you've got to find your own way. Cast off your line, slip away from the quay. Go with the tide as it bears you downstream. Your hand on the tiller, the shore at your lee. Follow the river down to the sea. We'll sail together no more. We'll sail together no more. No more sun on the water or wind in the reeds. We'll sail together no more. Once on a time there was just you and I, the rivers and broads and the wide open sky. Now you are gone, I am I cannot go on, and yet I must try. We'll sail together no more. We'll sail together no more. No more sun on the water or wind in the reeds. We'll sail together no more. I'll cast off my line, set a new course today. Though the waters be troubled, I'll make my own way. My hand on the tiller, the shore at my lee. One day I'll follow you down to the sea. We'll sail together once more. We'll sail together once more. With the sun on the water, the wind in the reeds. We'll sail together once more. We'll sail together once more. We'll sail together once more.
Ah! The smell of money. The smell of success. The smell of... What on earth is that smell? Ugh. Right, where are we?
Ankle.
Ankle?
Ankle.
Uncle?
Ankle.
Carbuncle?
Yes, sir.
Right, what have we got then?
Well, the major city of Norwich is over there.
Yes,
And the great port of Yarmouth is over there.
yes,
So we are going to build a railway track to here,
yes.
dogleg round the marsh, and then get to Yarmouth that way.
No!
No?
Straight line, Shags. Shortest route between 2 points.
But the marsh, sir.
Straight through it, Shags.
Through it.
That's it, Shags. Through it.
You want to build a railway line through a marsh?
No, Shags. I want you to build a railway line through a marsh.
But there's more marsh at Reedham, sir.
Weed 'em?
Reedham.
Weed it?
Reedham.
Cesspit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Straight through it. And
Very
then
well.
along there and...
Very well, sir.
What on earth is that?
Oh, it's a cow.
Cow?
Cow.
Straight through it.
Last night I got a fat old farmer flower do.
It ain't any flower, Jew. He's been down to 7 Mile House and all.
I beg your pardon. I say.
Is he Gussie Meader?
I believe he is, Paul. I believe he is.
I say, are you talking to me?
Are you a modern me?
I'm afraid, sir. I don't understand a word these yokels are saying.
That's all right, Shags. My new overseer speaks the local patois. Stannard! Stannard, speak to Shags. Got to get things moving. Carry on, Shags.
Yes, well, so we are going to build a railway through Reedham Village and up 7 Mile House.
We'll need thousands of tons of aggregate to lay foundations on the marsh.
Yes.
We can initially bring that material by river and then by rail as we lay track, and of course labour.
Yes, and plenty of men about.
If the pay's right,
And the land?
I can negotiate land purchases. John Flowerdew's daughter is due to be getting married, and he's going to need dowry money and something for the wedding.
Oh.
Reckon I can get that all sorted for you, sir?
Well, excellent. Well done, Stannard. You carry on. Sir!
Morning, old Jack. Violet.
You old ma know you're working for the railways, young Albert?
She knows.
And what's she got to say about it then?
Well, things change. Times move on. That railway's going to happen whether you're for it or against it.
And what happens when a train can carry 20 times what a wherry can without the need for wind?
And in a fraction of the time,
Ah!
the wherries replaced the keels, didn't they? Because the wherries were more efficient. Well, now the wherries are being replaced by something more efficient. And time will tell, old Jack, but one day the railways will probably be replaced by something more efficient and all. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes.
Anything?
Nothing. Not unless you want to lay track.
Oh, railways.
Railways. Do you know I've a good mind to just...
Well, mine to what?
Well, you know, just get in and rip them out with a big stick.
Yeah. Drink?
Drink. Brandy? Oh, ale?
Yeah, oh, please, missus. Can't afford new brandy.
Well, how about a little something on the house?
Oh, that's kind of you.
Yeah. Cheers.
That's me. That's a good drop.
Oh, that's French. That's French.
Hush your mouth. French it is, and plenty more of it too, up at Horsey Mere.
Horsey Mere? What? Washed up on the dunes, did it?
Maybe. Now, all I need is someone to get it down here, quiet like. Any ideas?
Well, what do you reckon, Vic? Oh, hey up. Look who's here.
No work?
Plenty of work. No thanks to you, Bert.
Well, there's plenty of work for a strong young lad, Finn.
Finn's working with me now, Bert.
Brandy, please, Maggie, and the good stuff, please.
Brandy,
Right,
please,
you
Maggie,
are.
Stupid boy.
I'm taking Ma down to see the new engine. You can ride the rails clear to Brundle now.
Noisy, though. And dirty, too. Can't see Ma liking all that soot and smoke.
36 mile an hour that train got up to the other day. That's power, that's progress.
Progress. Some things never change. The tide and the wind. They'll be here now and forever.
You're just like them old boys, aren't you? You don't see it. It's progress, it's the future.
Progress.
Hush now. Look, here's your ma.
Oh, Vic? Finn?
You ready, Ma?
Oh, I'm going over to Brundle with Albert. He's staying at Mrs. Hardiman's now.
Oh, well, me and Finn got no jobs on. We could take you down there in Perseverance. Tide will be perfect in an hour.
We're going by rail. We'll be there in an hour.
Ma?
Thank you, Vic. I want to spend some time with Albert.
Oh, all right.
We'd best be off.
Okay. Oh, see you in a couple of days.
I'll take another drop of that brandy, Maggie, if the offer's still on. What do you reckon then, Finn?
Well, look, it's not like we got anything else on, and, well, what's the alternative?
Right. Maggie? Where you boys?
That's my gal. Now, you take this letter and you give it to John Pierre at the Nelson Head.
Right now. Cheers!
14 kegs of brandy, 40 more of gin, hot wine, cigars, and finest Dutch tobacco. We'll have more than a whole month's pay for one night's work in the smuggling trade, and all our debts will be repaid tomorrow.
A lug aboard of Codgap on a dark and moonless night, a cargo all unshipped upon the sand. We heave it in a wagon there, then haul it down to Horsey Ware, fill the wherry's hold with contraband. Soon we're out upon the river, sailing down the Thurn. She's loaded to the bins, but still she flies. The mate, he hollers out to me,
Say we've got some company.
the excise men are following behind.
40 kegs of brandy, 40 more of gin, hot wine, cigars, and finest Dutch tobacco. We'll earn more than a whole month's pay for one night's work in the smuggling trade, and all our debts will be repaid tomorrow.
Let me stop you there, lads, that's all good and well, but I gave you coin for brandy, not a penny, dreadful tale. Let's see you shake a leg, lads, go get my cargo in. Your story will sound better with a bump of gin.
From Thurn we sailed to Yarmouth to find the river, yeah, but still the excise men are giving chase. We're using every trick we know to shake them off, but still they're close. If we beat them on the braid, and then we're safe. Braden!
Fair flats!
Burning arms!
5 and 6 mile reed,
8 Mile Trees and on to Reedham Town. Devil's House!
and Limpert House,
Langley Steam
and
Mill!
Hassington Home,
And all the while we're slowly gaining ground. Buckingham,
and Rockland,
the train,
and Coldham Hall.
Brundle Reach and Surlingham race by. The river and the wherry and the crew will work as one to leave pursuit all floundering behind.
40 kegs of brandy, 40 more of gin, hot wine, cigars, and finest Dutch tobacco. We'll earn more than a whole month's pay for one night's work in the smuggling trade, and all our debts will be repaid tomorrow.
Norfolk Broads have ever seen. 40 kegs of brandy, 40 more of gin, 4 wine, cigars and finest Dutch tobacco. We'll earn more than a whole month's pay for one night's work in the smuggling trade, and all our debts will be repaid tomorrow. But you hadn't heard the best bit yet.
Mister, yeah, that's all good and well. We've been listening closely to your rousing smuggler's tale. We're the excise men, lads who chased you through the night. And now we've heard your story, we've got your banter right.
Come on!
40 kegs of brandy, 40 more of gin, 4 wine, cigars, the finest Dutch tobacco. They've lost more than a whole month's pay for one night's work in the smuggling trade, and they'll be up before the peak tomorrow.
I'm coming. Ow! Ow!
So, Miss Victoria Ethel Stannard. We've just had a very interesting conversation with a friend of yours, Mr. Finn MacLeod. Nothing to say?
No.
Why don't you just tell us what happened, Victoria? See whether it matches up with young Master MacLeod's version of events. He told us where it is.
Well, what is?
What do you think?
I don't know, you asked.
Don't get smart with me, young lady.
I'm not your young lady, thank you, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, it's not going to help anyway, so just listen to us, because we're just here to help you to help yourself. And I'm sure the judge will be so much more lenient on you if you were to give us your full confession. We know where it is!
Finn hasn't told you anything, and I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, we thought you loved to tell a story.
Not to you.
Oh, well. We're just going to have another chat with your so much more cooperative friend. Oh. Not much of a friend, though, is he? More than happy to let you take the fall. And prisons really aren't very nice places to be, and you're going to have plenty of time to find out. Just think about that, Miss Stannard. Just think about that.
Oh, Finn. Finn!
Victoria.
I'm so sorry, Ma.
Vic. Why did you do such a stupid thing?
I just thought,
Well, thought what?
well, it would make things better.
Better?
Well, keep us going.
Keep us going.
Well, yeah. There weren't no jobs on, and with Dad gone, and then Bert, and I was the skipper.
And you thought this would make things better?
Well, no, of course not, but I had to do something. We could have lost everything. We have lost everything.
What would your father
Oh,
have thought?
don't say that, Ma, don't.
My daughter's a criminal.
No, I'm not. It was just...
Smuggling, Victoria, smuggling!
No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to show you that I could make it work, that I could be the skipper. I wanted to make a success like Bert has.
Well, well, well.
Oh, don't you start. Don't you bloody start.
Victoria, the master criminal. French brandy and river chases, the excitement, the glamour.
Shut up.
A real Dick Turpin, but you got caught because you're an idiot, drunk and bragging down the pub.
Well, that's your railway that caused it. Ripping our world up, taking all our work away.
It's called progress, Victoria.
Progress, so the top hats get rich and the rest of us can pay the price.
No, things change. You have to keep up.
Ugh.
There's plenty of work for anyone who wants it. You're a great sailor, but you know nothing of how the world works.
At least I didn't run away. At least I tried to keep Severance going, to do what Dad would have wanted.
Oh, you think Da wanted to see you in a jail?
At least I tried.
Tried and failed.
Don't talk to me about failure.
What's that supposed to mean?
You. On the tiller. On Braden.
No.
Yeah. You overloaded her, and then you couldn't hold her.
No.
Yeah. You killed him.
No. You didn't tie the reef in properly.
It wasn't the reef that made the boat jibe. The reef didn't leave us with the bins all awash. The reef didn't knock him overboard.
No, it wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was!
I couldn't hold it. I couldn't.
I
couldn't hold it either.
Oh, Ma, I wasn't saying...
I was on the tiller, Vic. Albert tried to help me. So was it my fault?
No, of course not you, Ma.
And it was Stan who chose to stay off with the storm coming in.
But I persuaded him to go.
No. Stan was skipper. He called it, all of it. Not you, and not Vic.
But I...
No! If anything, I should have stopped him. I knew it was touch and go with the storm, but I didn't. And what happened, happened.
Now we have to find a new way forward. For all of us, for the family.
What? On your filthy railway? While you take away the livelihoods of all of our friends, take away a way of life we've had for generations, take away everything we've worked for, take away our beautiful boat, everything we've dreamed of, just take it away.
It's not Albert, Vic. It's not his railway. He's just trying to make the best of it. It's not his railway.
He is helping it happen.
Oh, it's progress. And we have to respond. We have to move with the times as well.
Well, how?
Come and see.
I'm not going anywhere, am I?
Yes, you are. You may be a pain and we may fight, but I know you're clever. You have been clever. Ma and I figured it out. We found her. Found them down on Whitlingham Broad. We found her and we raised her. Of course, we couldn't bring her into Norwich as she was, so we took her down to Barnes Yard in Brundle to make a few changes in exchange for a few soggy cigars.
You did? How did you know?
How many times have I heard that story, Vic, and all the others? We knew you'd figure out something. Then it was just a case of figuring out where, and then we knew you'd got as far as Rockland. And then we just found the first pool deep enough.
No, changes. What changes? What have you done with Severance,
I
Bert?
think we found a way to keep the family business running and keep you sailing.
Come on, Victoria. Come and see. Come on.
Where are we going?
Just
Where are we going?
right.
Well, what's he done?
It's fine.
Right. Hang on, come round here. Right, just wait.
She's not the Perseverance anymore. She's the Toby Stannard.
Oh. She's a pleasure wherry now, Vic. We're going into the holiday business.
Holidays? She's a working wherry.
And she still is, just a different kind of work.
But she's a wherry.
Why not? She's roomy enough for a dozen or more.
3 sleeping cabins, a saloon.
Irico panelling, brass fittings, it's total luxury.
But, look.
Oh, it's Mrs. Shankston's boss. It looks like they're having a day out.
Oh, let's see, shall we? Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Can I interest you a cruise on our luxury river vessel?
Well, that sounds like jolly fun.
Oh, very, very jolly.
Yeah, Shags would love a trip on the river, wouldn't you, Shags?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes.
I presume there's a fully stocked bar and luncheon.
Oh, luncheon is included, and that fully stocked bar has got the finest French brandy.
Oh, splendid!
A full day's hire, sir. That'll be just 16 shillings.
Bargain! Pay the man, Shags. Thank you.
Victoria?
Yes, Ma?
Well, it's your boat now.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I can sail her, but I need a mate.
Here's your mate.
Oh, Finn!
Vic! Oh, Vic!
I thought you betrayed me back at the jail. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have doubted you.
No, it don't matter. I'm just glad we got through it all together.
Home forever.
Yeah, well, wherryman's all I ever wanted.
Well, mate's all I ever wanted, so that's all right. And here's victuals.
Oh.
All you got to do is lay them out, plates and cutlery, all on board.
So, the Toby Stannard, you say, Ma?
The Toby Stannard.
Right, Finn, when you got them victuals out, you get that sail up.
Aye.
Thanks, Ma. Thanks, Bert.
Fair tides, Victoria.
Fair tides, Vic.
Oh, look at that. The tide's just starting to turn.
All you folk who work the river to earn your daily bread, all you watermen and wherry rats who tarry in your beds, rise up, the dawn is breaking, and along the riverside it's time to go to where lads at the turning of the tide. At the turning of the tide, with the turning of the tide, it's time to go to where lads at the turning of the tide. Gather all your warehousemen, your barrels and your crates, your stacks and sacks and hogsheads, all your river freight. Before the hour is up, we'll see black sails against the sky. It's time very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. As many of you know, Crude Apache is an amateur theatre company, and while the show is free, we do obviously need contributions to keep the company going. So members of our cast will be passing amongst you. Some of them are very cute children, so please dig deep, and any change that you can spare will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.